E aí pessoal, sejam bem-vindos aí a mais um vídeo no canal. No vídeo de hoje, no vídeo bônus, eu vou estar compensando vocês por ontem, que eu não consegui postar o vídeo bônus. Então hoje vai ter mais um. E tá demorando para postar os vídeos porque a internet tá meio ruim aqui na cidade, mas eu tô tentando pelo menos, eu tô deixando aqui, aí tipo, tá levando mais de 2 horas para enviar o vídeo. Muito mais, entende? Então, eu já tô colocando vídeo bônus, ainda não terminou de enviar, por isso que, sei lá, essa demora. Aí, provavelmente esse daqui eu vou deixar enviando de madrugada também, então, é, espero que vocês aproveitem para quem assistir, digamos. Então, a primeira partida a gente ganhou e a segunda partida também. Então, nessa terceira partida aqui a gente vai estar seguindo nossa liga aqui com o time do Brooklyn Nets. E pra quem quiser assistir a partida passada, a gente venceu. E eu vou estar deixando o link aí no card pra quem quiser acompanhar. Só dá uma clicada aí que vocês vão para lá, beleza? Então, já tô abrindo aqui o jogo, sem mais delongas, né? Bora de gameplay. Uhum. Bom, olha, a primeira partida nós vencemos 92-69, foi contra os Timberwolves, foi jogando em casa. E essa daqui foi contra os Knicks também, foi jogando em casa também. Agora nós vamos a nossa terceira partida, vai ser a primeira partida jogando fora. Então eu já vou aqui simular aqui o treinamento e bora pra partida. Eles perderam uma e venceram uma e nós vencemos as duas. Então, bora lá, pessoal. Sem mais delongas, sem enrolação.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke.
Vamos, let's go. Let's go.
Up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Nets. For the Grizzlies, they've started the season with an even 1-1 split, shooting to get on the better side of 500 tonight. Nets, Grizzlies, the tip-off coming
Grizzly,
right
o nome do time. Grizzlies. Grizzlies. Bora ver aqui nossa entrada. Kevin Durant, mano. Brooklyn Nets.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by
Kyrie
connecting with her
Irving.
roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. While we get a break, let's now take a look at the October standings out east. We'll take a look at the Nets. Off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And right now for the Nets, the step forward
O
they've
time do
taken
Boston
this season has
Celtic já
been a
venceu a terceira
giant
partida
one. I
deles.
thought
A
they'd
gente
be
tem
an
que vencer
improved
então pra
team,
gente
but
continuar
I
lá na
had no
liderança junto com
idea
eles.
they could be
Lá no topo da
this good.
tabela,
And
digamos.
you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
So the Nets starting five. LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Jordan is out there with Jared Allen. And it's Irving in at point guard. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. Irving with the ball. Smitty is a player when it comes to preparing for a long season. Talk about the advantages of the new strength and conditioning programs we read so much about.
You know, for me, Kevin, when I first started out,
Eu sei que eu deveria ter jogado contra a pessoa, mas ele tava sozinho, mano. Eu tinha que tentar arriscar. Entendeu? Tipo, ele tava sozinho, mano.
I love to see the technology that they have. Wish I could use it, Kevin, because all I did was run and get me a fish fillet, and I was ready to go.
Entendeu? Ele tava sozinho, eu tive que tentar
The
arriscar.
Grizzlies on offense. Pass to Brooks.
Ih, pulei com o cara lá atrás,
And
mano.
that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Durant. The shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas. And there's the pass to Brooks. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by
Okay.
Brooks.
Well, you'll never see Winslow shy away from
Estamos
physical
errando.
play. In fact, more often than not, he initiates it.
Unloads from 13. And it's off
Tá,
the back rim.
essa daí foi um.
Four
Eu vi
shots,
um
four
vídeo no
misses,
Instagram, eu
and
tava
you can
tentando
sense
apertar
a
o botão ali que
certain
o
frustration building.
cara tinha falado que a gente tinha que apertar 2 vezes o botão de passe pra ele.
Yeah, you have to
É,
protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do.
ele
at the
apertou 2
offensive
vezes o
end.
botão de passe pra, tipo, jogar a bola pelo alto e o cara, tipo, fazia a enterrada da bola, entendeu? Então não deu certo.
Now here's Brooks. Here's Morant. Goes up to the stripe. Allen with the rebound. Durant deciding where to go with it. Beyond the arc. Here's Jordan. And the layup falls.
What I like
Foi
about
quase, hein?
that play, DeAndre Jordan not just looking to corral the miss. he's
Esse cara aí
looking
tá
to finish
machucado,
the
mano.
job.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And stolen by Irving. From 7, a nice shot by Katie. Durant's got
Ih,
5 now.
rapaz, será que eles vão tirar o
That
cara?
play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share
Cara,
the
tá parecendo com uma
basketball.
lesão lá.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out. And obviously Greg wanted a change.
Tiraram ele, mano.
Quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come
Realmente
to an end
tiraram
by the
só ele
finale
mesmo.
of last season. Now joins up
Boa,
with a
Paul
new
George.
stacked team in Brooklyn.
Agora não deu, mano.
Shot blockers in the game. DJ showing the gift off.
Por que eu falei Paul George? Eu lembrei
And in
do
this
time dos
first quarter,
Clippers.
about 3 minutes played. Irving against Jones. Outside Irving. Jordan the pass to LeVert. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough
Acho
way
que
to go
se eu
out
pulasse eu ia
in that.
fazer falta, então eu
Yeah, they
prefiro não
came
pular.
in with a purpose, gave everything they had. It just wasn't quite enough.
Here's Allen. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. Here's Durant. That one, no good. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. A nice shot by Winslow.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And the first
Foi
time
mal,
out
pessoal.
called
Tô
of the
meio
game
dormindo
for
ainda. Acabei de
Brooklyn.
acordar.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute
Isso é de
numbers,
menos.
pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes
Para pra
a
cima
night.
deles.
But in today's game, it's so perimeter oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
Falei,
Clark comes
falei,
in for
falei,
Jaren
falei.
Jackson. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Brooks. Here's Clark, following the bucket by the Nets.
Faz a
Jang dishes to
marcação.
Clark.
Não deixa ele passar.
Knocked away.
Boa, mano.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Anderson. Last season's performance for him averaged about 8 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily.
Boa.
He's just taking
Ah,
what
agora
the
ele
defense
acertou.
allows and contributing to the cause.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
In the corner, it's Crawford. Back to Dinwiddie. Crawford kicks to Harris. From deep, it's Clark with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Anderson. Rebound, Brooklyn. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Jones against Dinwiddie. On its way from Clark for 2. Great D that time from Jordan.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
So they take the lead. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've
Tentei
allowed
acertar a bola.
have been from beyond.
Tentei acertar a bola. Tentei acertar a bola. Tentei acertar a bola.
That is his first foul of the game. 26 seconds left to play in the first. And the basket by Jones.
And
Safado.
defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Crawford outside. Harris outside. For the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You know, Jamal Crawford's just a great team
Go
player.
Harris.
He will take the shot, but if he sees a teammate more open, then he'll zip it right to him.
Jones for 3.
Safado. Acertou, mano.
Big time shot. to beat the
Boa,
Bucks
mano.
in
Foi
there.
muito bonita essa bola dele, mano.
He had to rush that one a little, but terrific stroke from range.
Will return shortly.
É, mano. Foi bastante colocada essa, mano. Tipo, com a mão assim, com carinho assim. Bem devagarzinho, mano. Entrou, mano. É, que foi bonita, mano, essa bola dele. Bora pro segundo tempo. Foi um primeiro tempo bem legal.
And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we could play big, we could play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark. Then it's Jones. Then there's Anderson. And it's Melton in at the two-guard spot. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do
Bom,
you
entrou o
like to
Kevin
see
Durant
in
já,
a team's
entrou o
sixth
Irving.
man?
Não?
What I love
Entrou só o
Kevin is a
Kevin.
guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Marcação,
Durant with the
boa.
steal. And now the fast break, Durant with the ball. Claxton with the bucket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Boa.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now.
Kevin
This
Durant
is the
já,
kind of
já
game
chegou botando
fans
ordem na
pay to
casa
see.
já.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Jang. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the first of two straight at home.
And a quick
Acho que
look
agora eles
here
vão
at
entrar
some of the
agora, mano.
numbers for Dinwiddie. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he feels that
O
role.
Irving já tá ali.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jang. Jaren Jackson comes in for Clark. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Anderson.
Marcação do
And
Kevin.
Brooks subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Now here's Winslow. He has 6. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And another miss by Memphis. The Nets with the lead. Time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on John Morant's injury. David, any news there?
Acho muito bonito assim
Thanks,
quando eles
Kevin.
dão
I just
essa,
talked with the Grizzlies
essa,
athletic
essa
trainer.
pausa.
He said that he does have a broken nose. It's
Okay.
definitely a painful injury, but not a worst case scenario. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing
Boa,
that
mano, foi
across
bonita
all
essa, hein?
sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his
Falta.
passion, but the game was always in his
E quem,
genes.
mano?
Jackson Jr. said,
Ah,
I've
foram
always
deles.
prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Morant, he's checked in for Jones.
The thing about
cara
Kyrie, he
continua no
has
jogo,
great natural balance when setting up for the
Tá
jump.
machucado, mas ele
And last
continua no
season,
jogo, mano.
Jonas Valanciunas, averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside,
Boa, mano.
especially at that offensive end.
Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up.
Nossos próximos
On
jogos,
Wednesday, they'll
Indiana
be taking on
Pacers,
Victor Oladipo
os
and the
Rockets.
Indiana Pacers. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And you know, for that Pistons game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
There's Winslow.
Ai,
And foul
Kevin,
on the
fiz
shot.
falta.
He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Acertou uma.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for
Paul
Justice
Jordan
Winslow in terms of
entrou.
his
Por que o
game.
nome dele não é
One
Paul
of the
Jordan,
better
mano?
ways
Esquece
he
Paul
could
George, mano.
contribute to the team is through his developing
Boa.
playmaking skills.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here is Irving. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
And his passing also off the charts in that game.
Ia ser
In
bonito,
just about
hein?
every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
And And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
Now here's Allen. On the wing, Irving. For three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Winslow's shot is off.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense
Eu
that
tenho
the
dúvida ali, eu acho
frustration
que
is mounting for the defense.
Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got his 2nd bucket.
The handle and the acceleration. Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
Irving drives in. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Brooks gets it to go.
safados.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Winslow against KD. Kicks to Irving. Fires from deep. No good from Durant.
And you could
No
tell
good,
he
no
thought
good.
that triple was going to fall.
Shot
De
clock
novo,
and game
livre.
clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that one, good.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Irving. And the rejection by
Agora eles
Jackson.
bloquearam. Agora eles fizeram um trabalho pesado agora, hein?
Here's Brooks. And he overshot that one, missing. Allen kicks to KD. Another shot. And no
Ai,
time
não
on the buzzer
entrou,
beater.
mano.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Grizzlies as they end the 2nd quarter on a 12.
Mentira que não entrou,
Now
mano.
let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Good battle going on tonight. What has been the approach?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
We'll see if he can keep it going in the 2nd half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the 2nd half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Nets?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side. Guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together,
Marcou boas
they have
pontos,
a
mano.
great chance to take control of this game.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Não, mano, eu vou lutar, mano. Vou lutar, mano. Vou pegar essa vitória e vou levar pra casa, mano.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the
Não,
defense
mano, o cara
gets
tá
set
machucado,
up,
mano.
creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Vou pegar essa
Checking out the
partida
group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second
e vou
half.
levar pra casa, mano.
Irving and Levert are at the 1 and 2. Jared Allen is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They
De
finally
2
settled on
essa, pensei
Taylor
que tinha sido
Jenkins,
de 3, Dro.
former assistant
Tudo
coach
bem,
with the
valeu.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And here's KD for 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Falei, vou buscar esse jogo, mano.
Outside Jackson to the paint. Here's Morant. It's good.
Safado.
This time from Jackson. And that's 11 points for John Morant.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Irving dishes to Durant. From the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
3 straight to begin this half.
Vou buscar esse jogo, mano. Esse jogo é nosso, mano.
Pass to Valanciunas. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. There's Winslow. Again, Memphis.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
Here's Irving. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Count that one. Winslow's got 14 points.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Morant with the steal. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
What's amazing
Caraca, ele roubou a bola, mano.
even though he doesn't naturally gamble.
Mano, esse safado, mano, eu vou quebrar a perna dele, mano. O cara tá machucado e tá fazendo tudo isso, mano.
Former 10th overall pick out of Duke. He has transformed himself into a Swiss Army knife of a wing player. Gives you a bit of everything.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Justice Winslow. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. You know, it's funny to think that not too long ago, Smitty, Winslow was viewed as a defensive specialist.
And in all fairness, that was not too long ago, like you said, Kevin. But what I like now, his playmaking has improved to where he can create for others. And he's getting more and more confident on his threes and scoring.
Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Crawford drives in. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Crawford's got his first points in this one.
Crawford often content to pull up. That time he took it all the way.
Anderson can't get it to go. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. Allen passes to Durant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Durant's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Here's Melton. Dinwiddie covering.
A marcação.
Looking to end the run. Here's Jang.
Boa, boa ela. Boa ela, hein. Boa ela.
Passes it to Durant. Deep 2 from Crawford. The rebound by Anderson.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Melton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Over Irving. And another miss by Memphis. Nets leading by 3. Durant at the elbow. Again, the Nets for 2.
Falei, mano. Eu vou buscar esse jogo, mano. Nós vamos ganhar, mano.
Everything comes naturally and under control.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust and they find their way.
Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Winslow comes in for Anderson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. Durant finds Dinwiddie. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
and they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Here's Clark.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Harris. How he did last season. Put up about 13 points.
Eu não vi, foi o Harris ou foi o Allen que fez a falta? Nem reparei, pessoal.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one goes out of bounds.
Boa.
Now let's check out our breakdown, looking at some stats.
Dá o tapinha na bola, controla o jogo. Deixa a defesa voltar, deixa ela se armar novamente. Aí que a gente faz a marcação.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league. His dead-eye shooting.
Não vai. Aqui eu vou fazer a marcação aqui.
Here's Melton.
Droga, ele fez.
Inside, Durant unable to get that
Fucking
one.
shit.
And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
Boa, deu um tapinha na bola.
Winslow, the pass to Clark. Back to Winslow. It's good. This game is
Safados.
Winslow's got 8 points in the quarter.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
The 11-footer. Crawford kicks to Durant. Harris outside. Back to Durant.
Ai, não entrou. 6 segundinhos.
So difficult to defend Kevin Durant without fouling him. At his size, once he gets that ball above his shoulders, there's not much you can do.
Bora, Kevin. Traz isso pra casa.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Bora.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Shoots from the line.
Ai, o cara acertou, mano. O cara é bom, mano. Quase eu acerto também. Mano, que partida pegada, mano. Nossa, mano, que partidão, mano. Nossa, 58-58, mano. É, mano, essa partida tá maneira, mano. Tá maneira. Tá disputada. Não tem nada certo, pessoal. Caraca, mano, tá bem legal mesmo essa partida. Tô tentando, pessoal. Eu não tô dando mole. Bora ver a assistência do game.
Whatever the offense
Cadê
requires,
eles?
that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish
Os
awaits
últimos
us
6
here in the fourth
minutinhos
quarter.
e não tem nada
Morant and
certo,
Brooks
hein?
manning the backcourt. Winslow is
Ai.
out there with Clark, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Memphis has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas.
Bora, Jordan. Faz a proteção Master. Proteção Master Plus.
Winslow against Harris. Winslow's shot is off.
That's a shot he's gotta hit. You don't get many looks better.
Safados.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Morant.
Da marcação.
Started 1 minute in the books. Down low. On the wing, Winslow. To take the lead, and Jordan sends it back. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Durant.
Ah, safado.
Shot. shooting
Safados!
foul as the whistle blows.
Caramba,
Harrison,
mano.
2 free throws. That one's
Boa,
on
foi
Morant.
uma.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the
Foi
layup.
duas.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And
Boa,
the
pessoal, boa,
6'6"
pessoal.
point guard Spencer Dinwiddie, second round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held
Deu
on to it.
tapinha na bola.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last
Boa.
season, signed that 4-year
Meu Deus, mano, eles vão desmontar, mano, a cesta, mano.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be
Caraca, mano.
And he's good on the second.
Mano,
The Nets
coloca
have
o
gone
Irving
all
pra
through to start
jogar,
the
mano.
fourth quarter. Feeds it to KD. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 26 points for Kevin Durant.
It's been this way all game, I'll tell you. Durant putting on a clinic.
Bora, pessoal, marcação, marcação. Não deixa ele fazer o giro, não deixa ele jogar. Marcação aqui embaixo, o cara tá sozinho.
Passes to Brooks. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boa.
Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Durant down low. He dishes it to Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots.
Boa.
Knocks down the free
Boa.
ball.
Boa,
Now
Harris.
it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Durant kicks to Harris. And the Nets.
Boa, Harris. Boa, Harris.
Bombs in a row from long range.
Memphis has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game.
Boa, Harris.
Now here's Morant. Levert defending.
Peita ele, peita ele, peita ele, peita ele,
Stolen
mano.
by Jordan. And here we go. Fires the three. Offensive rebound, Nets.
Calmou.
Dinwiddie
Calmou.
right side. 6 on the shot clock. Out to KD. Hits the target from 18 feet. KD's got 28 points for the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category.
Boa, pessoal, boa. Boa, porra. Conseguimos uma ótima vantagem, mano. É isso, porra.
Smitty, when things get heated between two
Bate no
players,
peito mesmo,
we often see
bate
a
no peito e chama a
double
responsabilidade
technical
dessa
call.
porra que o jogo é teu, mano. O jogo é teu. Filha da...
If it can be determined who was the instigator.
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when two guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Bate no peito que esse jogo é teu.
No, we did. I mean, I think that Kev, back in the day, you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He told his guys that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
Bate no peito que esse jogo é teu, mano.
He feeds it to Allen. Shoots over Morant. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie.
Vamos pra cima deles, pessoal. Bora pra cima deles. Eu falei que eu ia trazer essa vitória pra gente, mano. E eu vou trazer essa vitória pra gente, pessoal. O cara tá machucado, mano. Boa, ela.
The Nets working the ball around now. There's the pass to Levert.
Não tá morto, mano.
Durant with it, guarded now by Jackson. The three. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 18.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little
Faz a
more.
marcação dele, faz a marcação dele. Não deixa ele fazer o que ele quiser. Faz a marcação, encosta nele, encosta nele.
Over Jordan.
Acertou, mano. Boa.
And
Uma
guys,
boa
what
bola,
we
mano.
saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
Então toma
That's
essa.
a product of their mental
Guarda
toughness.
essa aí pra
Anytime
mim.
the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just
Guarda essa aí
dialed it
pra
up a
mim, ó.
notch.
Os torcedores já
They
estão
were
indo
able to pull
embora.
away.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for KD.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition.
Toma.
And then Durant
Toma.
with the dunk.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Good on the triple.
Toma, tio.
36 points for KD.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
Durant attacking. Passes to LeVert. Outside Durant. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc.
Mais
and then
uma de
some.
3 pra fechar, 90 pontinhos. É
É
isso, porra. Falei que eu ia carregar esse jogo pra gente, mano. Falei que eu ia trazer esse jogo pra gente, pessoal. Eu avisei, mano. Não ia deixar mole pra eles, pessoal. Até o terceiro tempo essa partida tava empatada, mano. Trouxe esse jogo pra gente, mano. Falei, não ia ficar assim essa partida, mano.
But what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is
Isso mesmo, Kevin. Calou a boca da torcida adversária, mano.
Have a great evening.
Mano, o cara marcou, só ele marcou 39 fucking pontos, mano. 39, mano. Puta merda, mano. Caramba, mano. Puta merda, mano. O cara voou na partida, mano. Manito. Bora ver aqui na mídia falando. Olha, eles estão falando daquele jogador lá que, tipo, ele tava, tipo, fraturado, né? Ele tava com lesão. E que foi muito difícil pra ele, mas agora ele, tipo, tá com grandes expectativas contra o jogo contra o time dos Lakers. Que agora ele já tá, tipo, bem, entendeu? Ele já tá bom, ele tá bom. Mas, cara, nenhum comentário da gente, mano, porra. Aí não, né, bicho? Porra. Nenhumzinho. Aí tá de sacanagem, né? Ah, mas tá de boa, tá de boa. Aí que a gente vê como é as coisas. O cara tava fraturado, estão falando dele, e a gente que marcou 39 pontos e não falaram nada. E a gente ganhou o jogo. Não, mas tudo bem, tudo bem. Tudo bem. É assim que a gente vê, né? Bora ver se a gente tem algum rival. Onde é que é? Deixa eu ver. Aqui. Enfim, foi uma ótima partida, pessoal. Vou dar aquele save aqui que a gente já sabe como é que é. E pessoal, cara, queria agradecer todo mundo aí que tá acompanhando aí a nossa série de NBA, que sempre dá uma passada aí e assiste os vídeos. A gente saiu com uma grande vitória, foi uma grande partida, foi muito maneiro. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Não esqueçam de deixar o like de vocês e se inscrever no canal. Quem quiser conferir a partida passada, eu vou estar deixando no card aí. É só vocês clicarem que vocês vão parar direto no vídeo. E até a próxima, pessoal. Muito obrigado aí a todos. Fui!